We came into the year very bullish on Tesla. We named it our top pick. We thought it would have a impressive bounce back after disappointing performance last year, and that has really played out. We took our rating from strong buy to buy a few weeks ago, just on valuation. Obviously, the stock price has more than doubled year to date. We do see some upside still from here, but we think the lion's share of the move has happened so far this year. So the basis of our price target is 42.5 times our 2025 EPS estimate, which gets to a price target of $310.
A common question among investors and analysts is on what the future actually holds for Tesla. The company has done well for itself in the past few years in a difficult environment. However, some still believe that Tesla faces a difficult future ahead as it battles numerous challenges. While this is, in a way, true, it does not change the fact that Tesla is set for a profitable future ahead. In this video, we're going to explore the profitability of this leading automaker and discover how much 100 Tesla shares will be worth in just 7 years from now. So join us as we take you on this exciting ride to discover the massive wealth in store for Tesla investors.
Let's bring in Dan Ives, of course, of Wedbush Securities, a frequent guest for that seat right there. Love the green pants.
Thank you.
Sorry we can't get those fully on camera. But let's start off with what you've been talking about. You've been very bullish on Tesla. You've been right, Dan. What do you make of the deliveries?
I think this was it was a jaw dropper relative to many expecting softness. I think those price cuts, that was the poker move that they really needed to make to put an iron fence around their install base. China, I think that's really ultimately the catalyst. And this for the bulls, I think this is really an inflection point. It feels like right now they're just getting stronger. And in terms of electric vehicles, it's Tesla's world. Everyone else paying rent.
But, the point Mike and Phil both made is we're still really at 1.8 million for the year, which is where we started. Estimates for the company have actually come down. So has this actually been the reason the stock has added, or the company's added $400 billion in market cap? And if not, what then, and is it justified?
Yeah, and obviously great points that they make. But I think what this has really been, it's about the AWS moment, the supercharger. That's really what changed everything. In terms, I think investors now are starting to realize the sum of the parts of this story is starting to get realized. And even in the next quarter or two, margins will trough out in terms of, I think ultimately expand to Q4 in next year. But the supercharger, batteries, and of course AI. I think right now, not given credit from an AI perspective, which is why now you can maybe start to rationalize, is this $1.5 trillion or higher? As this all plays out in terms of the Tesla story.
Tesla is far more than just an EV company, and therefore should not be solely valued as such. The company has a massive business model comprising of its robust supercharger network, energy business, AI, autonomous driving tech, and unmatched battery ecosystem. All these are separate parts of the company and should be valued individually to provide a true valuation for Tesla and guide investors' decisions. Hey guys, welcome back to Tesla Tomorrow. It's been a pretty wild ride for Tesla investors over the past few years, and shares of the EV giant soared to an all-time high of over $407 in late 2021. Tesla experienced its worst year in history in 2022. Tesla shares dropped massively that year, pushing shares down nearly 70%. The shares were in decline for almost the whole of the year, and went into a near freefall after Tesla CEO Elon Musk acquired Twitter in a $44 billion deal. But despite shaky economic backdrops, 2023 has actually been a year of recovery, and things have started to change since the start of the year. Tesla's stock price is almost up nearly 150% this year, reaching approximately $280 a share. And if all goes well, the stock price is expected to go even higher in the coming weeks. What does the future hold for Tesla and its investors? Let's find out. But before we start, if you like this type of content, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications to keep up to date on everything happening with Tesla. Tesla recently cut prices several times on its 4 electric vehicle models, allowing buyers to take advantage of US government tax credits. As a result, its deliveries increased significantly, taking Tesla to new record levels. Tesla shares began to climb sharply in early May after Musk announced a new CEO at Twitter, giving investors hope that he would be able to again focus on making electric vehicles. But it didn't stop there. The stock also got a boost after Ford and GM announced that owners of their electric vehicles will be able to charge their EVs at many of Tesla's charging stations starting next year. And since then, other automakers have followed suit and are considering a switch to Tesla's charging network. Wedbush analyst Dan Ives said that Tesla's recent delivery number was a massive step in the right direction and is a massive positive for the bulls. Further speaking on Tesla's valuation, he believes Wall Street will eventually begin to value Tesla as a sum of parts story, referencing the popular sum of parts valuation technique used by analysts, which should boost consensus forecasts for the firm. The technique values the different divisions or subsidiaries of a given business separately and then combines them to reach an overall valuation and price target for the company's stock. So how much can Tesla stock be worth by 2030? Let's consider a bear, base case, and bull case scenario. At the time of this video, 100 Tesla shares are worth roughly $27,900 at a share price of $279. Let's say in a very bear case scenario, Tesla stock only goes up $2,500 by 2030. And for this to happen, the automaker only needs to achieve 50% of its annual target to sell 20 million vehicles by 2030. Also, Tesla starts operation for the robotaxi at small scale, continues to improve its energy sector, and probably more companies adopt Tesla's supercharger network. For the base case where Tesla stock goes as high as $8,000, suppose Tesla actually hits its target for 20 million vehicles, but it comes in late, maybe around 2031 or 32. By 2030, Tesla will already be close to hitting that target. The company would also probably start selling its Cybertruck, which already has overwhelming demand, even before it's launched. Other catalysts for this price target are more companies adopting Tesla's charging network and Tesla launching a cheaper model. The Tesla bot will also be available in a useful form, probably just working in Tesla factories and doing labor-intensive and high-risk tasks. These factors can improve Tesla's outlook and encourage more investors to put money into the stock. And now to the bullish price target. This is something you've got to pay attention to if you intend on holding onto your Tesla shares for a long time. For this scenario, we predict a $22,000 share price for Tesla. While this price target may seem rather extreme, there are other potential catalysts that could make it happen. This valuation would require Tesla to have a massive robotaxi fleet. Tesla will license FSD, build its energy business, and also sell the Tesla bot at scale to companies globally. These robots may also be used in homes and offices. So suppose you own 100 Tesla shares now, this number of shares could be worth $250,000 in a bear case, $800,000 in a base case, and $2.2 million if Tesla does incredibly well in a scenario by 2030. As the past 2 years have proven, this is relatively difficult to provide a clear estimate, because it's just how Tesla's stock price will trade in the coming months, let alone years. Therefore, by using revenue and earnings estimates, we can come up with a clear picture of where the stock will be in 2030. However, in all of this, it's important to note that these price targets are not guaranteed, as they're just speculation about where Tesla is going to go in the future. Likewise, there is no certainty that these catalysts will actually happen in 2030. For instance, several regulatory barriers will have to be crossed before FSD and robotaxis can come into full operation, and these barriers will vary across different continents and countries. So if you're a Tesla investor, it's important to draw own valuation of the company and invest according to your own future prospects for Tesla. How much do you think 100 Tesla shares will be worth by 2030? Let us know down below. And for more Tesla valuations, go ahead and click on this next video on your screen. We'll see you there.